Good morning, good morning, good morning, warriors. I am Holly Wade with Holly Wade Wellness. Thanks for joining. This week we're talking about gut health and we're taking that deep dive into it. Hey, good morning, warriors. I am Holly Wade with Holly Wade Wellness. Thanks so much for joining. This week in Health Warriors with Autoimmunes, we are talking about all things gut related because, as we talked about yesterday, your gut is the beginning of your health. Immune system, 70% of your immune system is there. It is where everything goes into your body or through your body. It has to go through your gut. Has to. It's an emotional center. It's an intuition center. We didn't talk about it being your powerhouse in terms of your spiritual self, but it is. So, your gut, your gut, your gut, your gut. We got to take care of it. It is the second brain. Today, we're flipping gears to leaky gut. So, are you bloated? Are you gassy? Are you constipated or have diarrhea? Are you just experiencing discomfort a lot of times? Are you malnourished for no apparent reason? You're eating right, but you're either gaining weight or you're losing weight. It can go either way. So, are you malnourished? These are all signs. Are your nails brittle? Is your hair falling out? Do you have dark circles under your eyes? Are you achy and tired for no apparent reason? Those are all clues that leaky gut might be present. Now, here's what's really, really interesting. Back when I first learned about leaky gut, and this was, y'all, I was in my mid-20s, so this was almost 20 years ago. But back then, I learned about leaky gut for the first time. Doctors denied it. Well, in my latest checkup, we did blood work. We looked at my nutrition levels. They're all good, except for there was one that was maybe a little low. And the PA goes, yeah, it's either this or you could have a little leaky gut. So the medical community now understands leaky gut is real. What they're not addressing is how do you actually tend to it. So their solution, of course, is medication because it's a symptom and that's what they address. Now, I believe we can address it nutritionally and lifestyle-wise. That does not mean you go off of your medication. I want to be really clear on that. You may still need your meds. I do. I still need my Humira. But we can take care of a lot of things just through solid nutrition and the right supplements. So we're going to talk about those things today. So first of all, what is leaky gut? Well, your gut, so these black rectangles, this is intestinal wall cells. So what happens is this is the base of your intestine, this is your blood, this is the food particles, right? So what happens is you have all these little cells, the new ones regrow here, these slough off with food and waste as they get older and they die off up at the top. Well, somewhere in here, this little orange thing is marking it's called a T junction. So it's what's holding the gap between intestinal wall, intestinal wall, intestinal wall, intestinal wall. That's what's holding that gap together. So we have our food particles and waste and bacteria and viruses and parasites and all this stuff floating through the intestines, right? Food particles are being digested, waste is being dropped in so that it can go out of your body. Old cells, all those things, all those waste products. So that's what's up here. All right, so what happens is use my little marker. We have things like we eat processed food. We have sugar. We have um, we have pesticides and herbicides from non-organic food, which we talked about yesterday. We have toxins everywhere. We have vaccines, and I am not anti-vax, but what you need to understand is what is in them is stabilizers. So there's a little bit of heavy metal to stabilize it. Well, you start to get a buildup of these things. And the bad guys, stress, distress, emotional distress, the bad guys, the bad bacteria, the bad stuff starts to take over. And what happens is those junctions weaken. They are no longer healthy. So you have this gap right in here. And little food remnants and waste product is now going into your bloodstream. So this is where that achiness comes from, that fibromyalgia type of pain. Because now waste product is getting to every cell in your body. Right? Your blood takes all these nutrients, oxygen, delivers it to every cell in your body. Well, now it's not just delivering the good stuff, it's now delivering waste product. So your body is a hot, toxic mess. No wonder you're tired. No wonder you hurt. That's what leaky gut is. Now, how do we repair this? And how do we make these then healthy? Because these also get damaged. These cells will also get damaged, and that's what weakens all of this. So it's kind of hand in hand. So what can we do to repair this? You have to change your diet. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to change your diet. Organic, whole food, homemade bone broth, because that collagen from the bone broth is going to soothe and repair. It's got a lot of really restorative qualities to it. Homemade, organic bone broth, not canned, homemade. Collagen in general, I have a really great one. I use Yoli's because it's got all 5 forms of collagen. It's the only one on the market with all 5 forms of collagen. Did you know that you have 5 forms? And did you know that your intestines are made up of collagen? So are the rest of your organs, besides your skin and hair. We usually think about it with skin and hair, but it's your internal, what's going to build you up too. Your amino acids. The one, I'm blanking at the moment. L-glutamine is really important. That's a builder. It's a protein. Amino acids are your proteins. They rebuild. So we need protein in our diets, ladies. We need it. That's what builds and repairs everything. So we need that organic food. We need supplements. We need lifestyle changes, managing stress. So the things again, organic, whole food, homemade bone broth, collagen, L-glutamine, aloe vera, and I use capsules by a company called Now. You can find those online. You can find them in most health food stores. Colloidal silver helps your immune system to repair as it's going. I use Yoli's system. I use Yoli's Better Body system because it's all about managing your pH and getting everything back into an alkaline state. Really important because that acidity is where all that gunk can start to thrive and get a foothold. But on top of that, I do these other things. So let me think if I'm missing anything. And managing your stress is a big, big, big one. So yes, it might be meditation, but if you have anxiety, which we're going to talk about later, of how your gut and your brain are connected. Your dopamine and serotonin levels are in your belly, but if you have anxiety, that is not helping the good guys win in your gut, rebalance in your gut. So, meditation practice, prayer, walking, spending time in nature, clearing the mental chatter, and really learning how to manage your mind is really, really big. Feeling your emotions instead of stuffing your emotions, expressing yourself, expressing your needs, expressing your wants, and creating that negotiating um, type of life where you can meet in the middle with the people that you love. Because it's not always going to be your way or the highway. But you can make those choices of, hey, this is non negotiable, or, oh, yeah, I can make that compromise. And so learning those skills does a lot to ease the tension in the belly. Now, if you need help with any of this, if you're confused, if you're like, I didn't know this, and it feels really big and overwhelming, you're not alone. That's exactly where I was when I started this whole journey of really knowing what this is and what I'm living with and how to live life with it and to do things that mostly put it in remission. There's going to be cycles. It's just how it is because life is going to happen. But how could I take charge of my health and not be so reliant on the medical system? That was what I wanted to know. I knew there had to be a different way. I knew there had to be a different way. And there is. So if you're leaning in and going, oh my gosh, I didn't know these things, then let's just get on a call and work you through it. Or ask questions in the thread this week because I'm more than happy to answer and to give you that information because it's really, really important. It's really important. So, leaky gut, we want to heal this and repair this and strengthen the intestinal wall so it's not so vulnerable to the life stuff, to the toxins, to food particles. The food particles aren't causing the damage, it's the overload. When the good guys, when the good bacteria can no longer stand ground and your immune system starts to go, wah! The bad guys take over, so your immune system, of course, has to attack. But this, we want to soothe it. We want to strengthen it. We want to love on it. And this is going to be lifestyle changes. This is not going to happen in 3 months when you're feeling better and, oh, hey, I can go back to eating all the ice cream I want. Once in a while, but not all the time because you're going to be right back here. Let's get you on the pathway of health and vibrancy and feeling good. I'm convinced we don't know what healthy people look like anymore. But it's possible to change that. And it changes when you decide that you want to run your health and no longer be a victim. You want to be empowered. You want to do the things to really tend to your body and take care of your body because you know you're going to feel better. You know you're going to be better. You deserve that. Your loved ones deserve that. That's how we become our best us. So let's change it. Let's change it. Have a great day, everybody. Let's go create health because I'm sick and tired of a sick care system.